Okay, this video is just going to have 4 examples for you to practice factoring when the a is 1. So what I want you to do right now is to pause this and work all 4 problems, and then when you come back on, you hit play and the answers are going to pop up, and then I'll work them out for you. But I want you to sit down, get in a quiet place, do these 4 problems, and then check. Okay, pause. Okay, hopefully you've worked them, and here are the answers to all 4. So check really quickly, and if you got them all right, then exit this video. If not, then hang tight for a second. I'm going to work these out for you. Okay, if you're still here, I'm assuming that you got something wrong. I'll start with the first one. Now, since the a is 1, we know that and by that I mean this coefficient, leading coefficient is a 1. We don't write it. That would be redundant. But because it's 1, we know the only way that happened was that these 2 binomials had to start with x and x, because that first step is to multiply the first terms and you get x squared. Now what adds to -4 but multiplies to -21? Well, when I think about 21, I think of 7 and 3. So those, if I had, one of them has to be negative because that's a -21. If I had -7, +3, that would work. So that's exactly what I put. -7, +3 equals 0. So to use the zero product property, that means every single factor that you have that has a variable gets set equal to 0 and then solve. If x minus 7 equals 0, I'm going to add 7 to both sides. X is equal to 7. And if x plus 3 is equal to 0, then x must be -3. Okay, using this one, to get 1x squared, it had to be, like I said, x and x. So if I'm thinking about what multiplies to 15 and adds to -8, okay, if it's +15, it could be +3 and +5, but that wouldn't add to -8. It must be -3 and -5. If I multiply those 2 terms together, add those 2 terms together, they get -8. If I multiply them, it comes to +15, so it must be -3, -5 equals 0. Therefore, my solutions are 3 and 5. Okay, doing this one. Again, we have x. My dog is barking. What multiplies, adds to -3, multiplies to 54. And so I'm thinking 54, well, there's 9 and 6. If I make it -9 and +6, that would be -3, and that would multiply to -54. So I just put -9, +6, of course it equals 0, therefore solutions are 9 and -6. And lastly, starts with x and x. What adds to 11, multiplies to 30. Okay, so 30 is 10 and 3. That doesn't work. 15 and 2. Nope, that's not going to work. 6 and 5. That works. +6, +5 equals 0. Therefore, my solutions are -6 and -5. Okay, you take care.